All right, we're back. We are back with some, excuse me, B-side action. Race to 5. If you're following along on Digital Pool, we are at the round 9. So this is for 7th, 8th. On the other B, there's Susie Dickstein is playing Derek Fullerton. Winner of this match plays Chris Klassen. And so we are down to the short strokes. This is the opening rack. I did miss the break. But you have Eric Redgun is at the table right now. And that is Boone Vong Fachan. Vong Fachan, or I'm messing that up, I know. I think we should be, yeah, we should be live here. So please, all right, this is Dan Clark with Q Sports Live at the 3rd annual U520 Championship in Calgary, Alberta at Leather Pocket Billiards. We are watching a B-side match. I think we're at B-side quarter because this is for 7th, 8th. And it's the opening rack. It is a race to 5 on the B-side. We've got 8 ball on the 7-foot box. Just above, you can see the base of the table. You can probably see her legs. We got Susie Dickstein and hold on. Susie Dickstein and Derek Fullerton playing in the other quarter. Winner of that match will play Shane Stogren, and the winner of this match will play Chris Klassen. Got first blood goes to Boone. Didn't catch a lot of that game. I was again just setting up here. We're kind of scrambling with envelopes and stuff like that for the players. So we got Eric is breaking. Eric Redgun is breaking in the second rack. And on the other side, it is 1-0. And I'm going to guess it's for Susie because Derek is sitting down and he's beside the 0. So I'm guessing that is 1-0 already for Susie in that match. Again, races to 5. These are short races now. 6 is short. Oh, Eric dropped it into the side pocket. He's making short work of this table too. All his balls, the solids are all open. He's just got to stay within himself and run this rack. Well, he came up table a little bit. Don't know if he wanted to get that rub. Let's see. That's a little tricky. He's going to have to take that one up to the top corner now. And he missed. So Eric's got to work out that 15 and 10. Those would be quite tricky at this point, especially from there. Excuse me. He does have a hit on the 10-15. He could bring the white ball out to the center of the table, but he doesn't want to go too far. The 9 acts as a blocker. The 4 is difficult to cut. And if he goes too far out in the middle of the table, he could also be giving up the 3 balls. So this is kind of a tough shot here. Oh, that is just about perfect right there. Boone had a smile on his face when he jumped up, because that was awfully close. He's trying for the cut, and he's in the way, so I can't tell. Oh, he hung the 4. He didn't have much of a shot after that, though. If he had made it, he's probably better off this way. He's got the 8 ball covered 2 ways from Sunday. Eric can play that 11 to the side if he wants to, or at the 10 to the corner. He's got to try and clean up here. Maybe he's going to try and blast over and make that. Well, I think the 8 might go now. The 8 will squeeze in off that 4 ball. In fact, the 4 ball frames it up pretty darn good, I think. There is a chance you could jam it, but I think you can drag both of them in, the 4 and. So it comes down to what his preference is here. I think the 9 goes past the 3 as well. He may want to take a look at that. This here is it's going to go up and down, I think. Oh, he didn't hit it right. I think he was walking to his next position before he finished the stroke there. This 8 ball could move, yeah, I was going to say it could move somewhere. And he did not want to be there. Whoa, I think that was also a bit of a careless shot. A little firm. He just needed to slow roll that 4 ball in off that 8. Little bit careless. And the 8's wide open now for the corner, so. Oh, he just made a great recovery, though. He's just got to watch he doesn't bump into the 8 here. He could bump it into a bad spot. He's shooting off the beach, so Yep, that was the problem. Does he have it? I don't think so. I think that 9 is huge. Derek Fullerton is missing a couple shots that he wasn't missing earlier. Oh, did he just make that? He didn't want to make that. All right, that was one for Eric. I think he was calling the kick into the bottom corner, not up to the top. Susie just won that last rack, so we'll see what she marks on the board. She went straight to racking, so either she's up 2-0, 2-0, or it's 1-1. Okay, so that was a dry break, and Eric is at the table now. But I was going to say maybe a bit of a gift for Eric in that last game, except that Boone was hooked, and so he was likely going to be giving up the balance of that table. That was, you know, very doable. So not that it's the right outcome necessarily, but I often, when I see that the person that should have won the game ends up winning the game, I'm not too uncomfortable about that. Good shot by Eric. Still hasn't figured out his 9, but that 4 is also just as bad, so. Oh, yeah, Susie is up 2-0. Susie's got her game face on. Excuse me. Eric just pulled that 10 off the rail a little bit and missed the long rail shot, but the 10 parks itself, dresses up nice in front of the side pocket. Boone still has to work out his 4 ball. Not sure what that spin was, but I think he probably wanted to come straight out in the middle of the table. Okay. He's cleaning up the easy stuff. See if he gets down there for the 7, he could get onto that 4. And he just tucked it in deeper. And I don't know that he has the 2 ball past that 7. That gives Eric a chance to actually move that 9 ball. Yeah, he's going to get that out of there now. Or not. He's just going to put it in a better spot. That's what I was going to say. The 9 was better than the 4 where it was. but now Boone has changed positions on him. Eric's got to work this out. I don't think he wants to move that 4 ball, but that 7 now plays as a good breakout ball potential for that 4. So he's got to leave Boone a shot on the 7 that doesn't give him a carom breakout. Whoa, 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 if he stops here. Eric could have. Problem is the 8 ball is right there, right? It's easy to knock in that 8 ball if you start messing around. Moving balls there. Like I was thinking, if he came up a little short on that 10, he could have just popped the 10 on the side, gone down there to try and move out the 9, but that's dangerous. The 9 could still end up on the 8, and you move the 4 out, or you just go right past the 2 of those balls and make the 8 directly. So you got to be real careful. I think Eric wants an out ball here too, so I don't think he wants to take the 10. Oh, I see what he's going to do. He's going to get some shape on the 13 to the side, and then he's going to play 2 rails into that 4-9. Yep. 2 rails, and the angle that he's at might be perfect to just chip out the 9 out, not hit the 4. Got to give it a little bit of pace, not a whole lot. And, oh, he hit the 2. Okay, well, that puts the 2 and the 4 in danger. So I'm Eric here. I might just hit the left side of that 9, push the 4 deeper against the 2, squirt the 9 out. It's a little firm. Uh-oh. A 4-2 now combo. It was a little harder than I would have hit it, but I think the combo is right there. It sure is. Uh-oh. That's not perfect, and the 9 got out of there nice. Well, Boone can take that 7 up table to the top corner. But coming down around to try and move that 4 ball or develop it some way, you're risking making the 8 ball at the same time. Oh, he's calling the 4 bank. Got to hit this soft though. No, no, no. Oh, he got lucky. I thought that white ball was going in the sewer. This is a little bit tough too, because I think Eric's got to roll right down and get that window if he makes this 9 ball and stay tight to that rail. Oh, and he left it open. The 9 ball didn't take over the pocket. Still tough. Boone's going to probably run into this 4 ball. So I don't know what the outcome's going to be here. He missed. I think Eric will go up and down. That's his safest bet. Nope. Go up and down, Eric. You leave him hooked on the 4 to the 8, and the 7 ball is tight too. Oh no. You gotta try and win the game, Eric. I mean, I get it. I get the effort. But you give Boone the bank. Same shot for Eric. If he can actually get him right on that 7 ball, that'll be the end of that rack. Susie just went up 3-0. That's another choice. Now he takes away the 7. He makes him have to play the 4. Sorry. He went high on that one that time to take away the 7 touch. So make him play the 4. That was a very, very smart play. If I was Eric, like I said on the last shot, I might have played inside of the 9 and glued to the back of the 7 rather than go above, because you did give him the free 4 hit. So he's going to try and do that right now. Oh, he's going to bank. All right, all or nothing at this point. I mean, it's early in the match still, 1-1. Oh, what a shot. I think Boone might have the 4, though. This could be, yep, a little change of, wow. That was such a good try by Eric. It was a high-risk shot, obviously. If he didn't make it, it was a bit of a sellout. All right, 2-1 for Boone. We are at Leather Pocket in Calgary, Alberta, off Edmonton Trail and 32nd. We do have the 3rd annual U520 Championship, and we are getting to the short strokes. This is the losers of these matches. The 2 that are playing are 7th, 8th. Winners move on to play for 5th, 6th. I should say, play for 4th. They will have 5th, 6th. Winners move on to 5, 6. Losers 7, 8. Yep. I think Eric might have let that one go. I think he could have played a better. Oh, watching from Ireland. All right. Spanner Austin. I think Eric might have played a bit better safe earlier. Oh, he leaned into that one. But I don't think he made any. Nope.
Was it M&M's or popcorn I was listening?
Popcorn.
Last night. I could hear you chewing away, and I'm like, what is that? Thank you.
Yeah. So that was a dry break by Eric, and quickly Boone has taken a couple of balls and just has to get a little bit of luck there. I think he did. I think he's got the 15. Got protection from the 9. Or maybe that opens up the pocket a bit, but he's going to stun this off the 15 anyhow. He just got to maintain the pace, though, so he doesn't come too far up. If he can come right between that 8 and that 11 to get that 13, that would be ideal, because you'd probably want to leave the 9. That was a bit of a bad rub. That could have directed him right into the pocket. He escaped that, but now he's got a really thin shot on the 11 past the 13. It may go. It can wreck too, though. That was there. Eric needs to regroup here and finish up a table. He's got a shot at the 7 if he wants, which will give him a 2-ball or a 1-ball. So I think he's got a couple of funny shaped balls out there, but the 6 and the 4 both go to the top side. And the 5 and the 3 also go to the top corner or the side pocket too. So it's he just wants to make sure that he plays a good shot here. I think a good safe shot is to play the 7. Roll forward a bit. So he's got the 2 next. He doesn't want to give Boone a shot at his, I think that's the 11 ball out there on the 13. Tell you who gets them. Yeah. So Eric went for the 2, which worked out perfect for him. But I might have gone with the 7 first. See, had he somehow maybe, mishit that and caught the horn or whatever, he would have left the 9 and all those balls wide open. Whereas if he took the 7 first, I think he was pretty safe. He's got a free shot on the 3. And he's got the 1, 6. He's got a whole bunch of easy cleanup shots here. Doesn't want to take anything for granted. Perfect. I like this pattern because he can roll forward for the 7. Leave a little bit of angle so he can just draw off that 7, come straight out for the 6. I think the 6 passes the 11 to the corner too. But that kind of angle with a little bit of bottom right, bring him right over straight in line for the 6. Yeah. And you see where he's looking, so you can just play off the 6 and then take the 8 ball to the bottom right corner. Or top right, depending how you... Grant wanted to confuse things. Get it perfect. It's actually... He wants to cheat this in that side pocket a little bit, so he comes off pretty straight. that's real easy to slide down and you get into 50-yard territory. Yeah, perfect. All right, Eric about to square the match. There's a fight going on here for 5th, 6th. Good job, Eric. 2-2. I am going to play. I haven't done that. Oops. I haven't done this yet today. We have our sponsors, Nick Q Innovations. Nick is everything cues. He'll make you a shaft. He'll make you a full cue, jump cues. His carbon fiber shafts are something to behold. He's also got a little shop here at Leather Pocket, so chalk holders, gloves, you name it, you can get it from Nick. Nick will ship to and from anywhere in North America, so give him a shout. He is definitely worth taking a look at. Boone crushed it, made the 15. Big wall there around the 2 ball hanging in the corner. Little bit of a messy break. Oh, he made the 8-2 and he's taking a re-rack. All right. So for everybody that's tuned in, of course, when you make the 8-ball on the break, even if it's the only ball on the break, the shooter has the option to continue shooting and spotting the 8-ball, or just re-racking and re-breaking. There's always a risk in doing that because you could break dry in your second break, whereas in your first break you made one and you were still shooting, you still control the table. Boone is obviously confident that where he breaks from and how he breaks, that he can recover and make a ball on this break. And he did make a ball on the break, but the result wasn't much better than what he had in the last result. That ball must have come off. That ball must have come off the head ball a little bit there. The head ball must have come off the rack. That 8-ball didn't even move, not even a little bit. Good opening shot. 7 goes, but it's real hard to make anything happen after that. He's going to punch into the 9, hopefully, and then maybe he has the 3. Oh, he came all the way around. All right. Still not helping the 5-4 situation in the middle. I think the 6 is in there too. He's swinging, trying to nick a piece of, swinging, trying to get a piece of that rack, but he's not getting it. So Susie was on a run on that table to go up 4-1, and she missed her last ball, and now Derek to make his 7th ball, and perfect 8-ball shape. Yeah. Perfect enough. He's shooting the 8-ball to narrow the gap to 3-2. I'll let you know when it goes down. 3-2 in the other 7-8 match. So Boone is going to chip 4 off the pack and leave Eric frozen to or tight to the 9-ball. I mean, Eric's got a safety back here. He's going to be careful though. That 5 now goes. It now passes the 6, I believe, into that top, facing, I guess, top left. I want to say right on the screen, but it'll pass into that corner, which means if you get a little angle, he can push that 8-ball off the 6 as well and free up the 6. So the safe that he plays here has to be thought out, not just. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, Boone jumped in there really quick and played. He must have had in his own mind what his safe was going to be without looking at any of the balls on the table. Eric's got to be careful here. That 5 goes. Nice. Now, does that 4 go by the 12 to the side? It is close. Oh, I think that's a foul. I could be wrong. Oh, he went to the corner. Oh, that was a good shot then. I might have asked somebody to look at that though. Ah, he played perfect. He used the 10 to hold the white ball from going up table. And he's got the same problem here with the 6. I think he's got to go up and down. I don't know if he can get inside on that 9. Maybe he can. No. And that's straightened out and safe. But I think the 10 is large. I'm not sure what he called there. I didn't see his lips. Oh, he had a piece of it. But worst of the worst happened there, and he scratched. So Eric has got free roll on this table. All his balls are concentrated. They all go. Should be tic-tac-toe. See, I might start with the 10 to the side and just get rid of it. Because you have no intention of getting out of shape here. This is just straight draw back, draw back. Unless, all right. That got a little funny. Eric's not making this easy on himself. That was a good stroke by Eric there. I thought that might have been a little bit more angle there, but he had it pretty straight, just a touch of angle, so he was able to slide over nice for the 13 and not bring the side pocket into play. I think here you're just going to stun it out. That's it, just like that. I think he's upset because he got a little straight. He wanted angle. Use the natural angle of the table, or the shot, to bring the white ball up table for that 8-ball. But I think he's still got angle there, so he's just got to change the spot on the ball where he's going to hit this, right? Just put a little different spin and bring it back out. Just like that. So, assuming that Eric drains this will be his first lead of this match. First lead of the match. Good job, Eric. Well, the good thing here for Eric is that he has the break too. Break is so important, especially if you can make a ball on the break. Last one, remember, he crushed and the white ball rode the side rail for a bit and then came back into the table. I think he wants to take a little off, maybe. Control the break. Trying to pulverize the balls doesn't make him go any better to the pockets. Again, huge break, nothing down, right? I think if he takes a little bit off, then maybe he starts getting some balls down. Susie's at the table, shooting up 3-2. Nice little breakout on the 15 and 8. Buries the 15 behind the 4 and the 6. So that's favorable for him in this rack. That might have been the worst spot he could put that ball. I don't know if he's got the 6. Might have to come off the rail first. Oh. That's a foul. Susie on the other table just got a roll. She's tree-topped over the 8-ball. Oh, she's extremely flexible apparently because she can put her leg way up on the table. She just needs to slow roll that 12 to the side, and she got the 8 to the corner to take a 4-2 lead. She made the 12. Now she just has to make the 8. And down the pipe, she's up 4-2. She's on the hill. Good shot by Eric. Might have wanted that 2-ball to push closer to the 3 and lead Boone with a couple of tough balls there. But he's got the 13 or the 12 if he wants. He's got his choice here of balls. This could actually be a fairly favorable table. He doesn't quite like the angle on the 9. Because it might bring him closer to the 11 than he wants if he was to go forward. And if he tries to stun across, he could end up with a little bit of tough shape on the 10 ball. So, of course, the 12 and the 15 are kind of the same way. Yeah, that's a rub he didn't want. He could take the 12. He wants to finish up table because the 8 ball goes to the side pocket, right? And I don't know that it goes past the 6 to the corner. So he definitely wants to finish up table, not with the 10 and the 11. Wow, that's a good shot. I was thinking he might try and slow roll and play a safe. You know, glue behind the other ball, but he made a really good cut there. Eric seems to have found a gear. He's won the last couple games, taking the lead, and he's looking good on this table. No, I spoke too soon. Commentator curse. I think he tried to guide that one instead of stroking it. That's a common mistake. Thanks, Greg. I've been doing it under the weather. I've got quite the head cold going here, so. And the nights weren't early. I think Friday night I got to bed at 4:30 in the morning, and last night was 3. So, you know, I didn't come back on Saturday till around 2:30. So, you know, I slept in a bit. But today I was here at 11. So, that was a really good shot. But he's not going to like that leave. He's got the 6. That was a real good double kiss. I think Eric is going to do the same thing back to him, though. Come off that 15 and just leave him nothing. Back towards, you know, towards the 8 ball there. A little bit of, yeah, go thin. I'd put a little bit of left on it to go out that way because it blocks. Yeah, see, from there he can see the 2. Maybe even the 3. That's why I would have tried to maybe hit that a little thinner, just with a little bit of left, and have that come right underneath. Then the 8 blocks the 2 and the 3, and the 6, of course, is where the 6 is. Yeah, if I'm Eric now, just touch the edge of the 15, create some separation, and go behind the 11. Won't be able to see the 2. He'll be forced to play the 6. Got to hit it a little bit full so he makes it to the rail. If he hits it too thin, it's going to go all the way to that corner pocket, which means the 2 will be exposed at that point in time. So just, yeah, a little like that. Yeah, this is going to be real hard now. Real hard for Boone to play safe here. And Eric took away the bank on the 6. And the bank would have been tough. That reverse cut bank from that angle would have been very tough. But now I think Boone has to go for the side pocket, exactly. The safety game did not favor him. Unless he makes this. Oh. Wow. Did that ever work out for Boone? That 12 was going straight down to that corner. Now I think Eric's got to try and play inside the 2 or off the 2. I think certainly if he hits the 2 too thick, it's not going. I say too thick. He might need to hit it thick so it just caroms and slides in. I think he might be looking at playing the 12 onto that 6 and leaving the white ball. Yeah, he's called no call. And leaving the white ball behind the 8. And I always say you got to focus on making the shot. So he's got to hit that 6 and get it out of there. Oh, well, that's okay. He took over. If there was a 3 ball, it doesn't go anymore. And the 6 went and got comfortable behind the 15. Or uncomfortable if you're Boone. If I'm him, I might be pushing that 3 onto that 12. If you can see that, if he can see the 3, put the 3 onto the 12, draw back, try not to carry him off the 2 into the side, but leave him a tough shot on the 15. Leave Eric a tough shot on the 15. This is asking for, yeah, just like he didn't get as much draw as he wanted, so Eric does have a shot on that 15. It's not easy, but that was, he played the right shot. That's all you can ask for. I don't think there's a scratch in the corner. And I do think that he can cut that. I do think he can cut that. It's just where is he going to end up? Because he is going to let this fly a little bit to make that side pocket. It's, you know, it's a thin cut, so you got to give it a little bit of gas. Hit off that bottom rail, go 1, 2 rails, maybe 3 rails, get to the 8 to the side. That could be tricky. Susie's in control in game 7 over there. She's up 4-2. And she's got 2 balls left. And she's wide open on both of them right now. So she plays the 2 balls. She's going to run into the 7. So she's got to be careful on where that ends up. But I think she has a good chance to finish. Eric here is trying to cut that to the side as thin as he can hit it. It did go through. Wow. It did go through there into the corner. Again, hard to tell from here. Sitting down in the booth and looking at the table at the angle that it's at there. That was a little unfortunate. Oh, Susie did make the 2 ball, but she did push the 7 into bad shape. She tried to make the bank and miss. So Derek's back at the table with 4 balls left to make it a 4-3 match over there. Down 4-2. Over here we got Eric is up 3-2, but Boone is about to make it 3-3. Here it is. We got a match. Race to 5. I'm going to try this. I'm going to turn down. Oh, I turned my sound down there too with the sound on that. I don't know if it was still too loud or not. You probably didn't hear what I had to say. A little mixed there. This is a pivotal game. This is a race to 2 now. So first to the hill is important. Derek did finish his table, so he's at 4-3. Down 4-3, I should say. Joe Sabelli is sitting on the table with his elbow. You're shaking the table. Go ahead. We are 4 o'clock local time. All right, Eric. 3-3. Keep this ball on the table. Maybe take a little off. I think you might find a couple balls spill. Oh, there's a little money match, I think, going on the side beside this table. So Eric stood up. I think they got in the way. He didn't hit down quite as hard. Still nothing down. Boone's had the advantage in just about every rack, 'cause I think Eric's come dry. What's that? That would be his 4th break. Well, the last 3 for sure. Oh, he missed. So that's okay. That's good for Eric because, like I said, you know, when you're the first to establish, you often take the better balls. Eric's got the 4 to the side if he wants to take low ball. He could take the 1 all the way up table, or he could take the 7 right here in the corner. So if low ball was what was desired, which is what Boone started with, then Eric has a chance to take that that color. He could even cut the 5 ball to the corner too if he wanted, but that's a little bit of a tougher shot compared to the rest of the ones he's got on the table. 1, 7, they're all much better. Yeah, he wants stripes though. All right. It's taking the 9 up table. So maybe Boone and him have a difference of opinion on which balls are better here. think the 3 was the only tough ball in the solids. That's actually a really good shot by Eric. He can just take the natural angle on that 12, slow roll it out. I say he doesn't really want to bump the 8, but go that direction. Then he's got the 15 and the 13 both past that 7. And the 11 and 14 up here are just clean up once these 3 are gone. He hit it good. I think he's straight on that 15, maybe even with a touch of angle so he can just draw. Or he can push the 13 to this rail. But I'd give it, if he's going to go that way, give it a little bit of pace to make sure you get it right to the rail. I mean, off the rail and out a little bit, but so you get the white ball under it so you can take it straight up table. See, not enough. That's what I was worried about. You needed to smooth stroke that with a little bit of pace so it'd come off the rail. I've seen him make a few of these this weekend, so there it is. I think he can just slow roll this 11. I don't think the 1 will come into play. But if he's worried about it, let's put a little bit of right siding on it. It'll just grab the rail and come straight out. Or you can hit it with pace and go back and forth. You know, don't fluff it. Ay, 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 ay. He went short side and drink. That's an unforced error. That is an unforced error. Boone probably thought that rack was over once Eric made that bank. Once Eric made that bank, he was out of trouble. Definitely had to put, that he didn't want to do. I don't know that it goes to any pocket, even if he gets ball in hand. Might go to the side pocket. Eef. Tricky if it does. Maybe you go for it. Right. See, I might, again, given where the 7 is, I might play the 6 with inside and try and break into the back of that 8. This is also a good shot. He can come and, depends what he hits. If he hits the 8, he might squirt the 2 out and have it. If he hits the 2, he might push it flat to the rail. He's gonna, I don't know if he's gonna come underneath or if he's gonna try and break into it and hit the underside of the 8. Looks like he's playing top, so it looks like he's coming underneath. Oh, he's just playing the straight. Oy. Straight shot to the side, but he may be a little over roll on that one. He's taking his time. I didn't realize, I thought he'd just come in. See, if he played just a little bit more pace, come out and chip that 2 out, he'd have the 2 straight to that bottom right corner. The white ball would have come out towards the side, like up table a bit, and the 2 would have squirted off if he just hit that with a little bit of pace. He would have caught the outside edge of that 2, not the inside edge, and would have split it off the 8. And likely had a straight in 2 ball, followed by an 8. Now he's playing bank. I think he's playing a bit of a 2-way. Oh, Good shot. It was a two-way. Eric wouldn't have had the 14 had he missed that. Slow roll into the heart. That was a little bit of a giveaway. Eric would probably want that back. That was he played a decent table. Got a little unlucky. Not clearing his 7 ball, I believe it was. Not clearing that out. And then he made a great bank to get back on